Good afternoon. Welcome to finally a cloudy day here in Tokyo, Japan. Yeah, today is just 29, much cooler because the sun is, stopped by the clouds, but still it's very humid. There's a huge typhoon with a funny name, Bebinka, right over Shanghai right now. And in the past 2 days, that typhoon was pushing these humid, quite gusty winds from the south. So it's absolutely mucky, sticky, and it was quite hot yesterday and a few days before that. But what's interesting is the typhoon is right now over Shanghai, and some people are now in the eye of the typhoon. So they will have probably nice weather for like 40 minutes or something, depending how fast it's moving. I once saw the eye of typhoon. It moved precisely over my place. So you had this miserable strong wind weather, and then inside of the eye, beautiful sunshine, hot, no winds. And then when the eye moves away, you get these strong winds back. Other than that, it's okay. This is the time where mold can grow very quickly on anything. Shoes, sandals, wallpaper. And cicadas are quiet too, or what's left of them. So some ginkgo, nuts falling. It's almost like, autumn getting there. Yeah, the eye of the typhoon is the calmest and amazing weather. Apparently, not many winds are blowing because it's like the eye. There's nothing in it. And if the eye is big enough, you can see blue sky. And the carnage starts when the eye moves away. Wonder if these ants are getting ready for winter. It's nice they cut the grass here. Last time there was so much grass, couldn't even pass through here. Oh, there's another compost pile. Maybe they will be mulching this. It even says there's something on this sign, but it's all in Japanese. I guess it's an explanation of what's actually happening here. Not sure. Now I can see. Okay, there you are. It was bitten by fire ants. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Yeah, I have never been bitten by them, but I heard they once arrived to Japan. It's been years, like Periscope time. But I haven't heard if they actually survived or not. They started to conquer the parts around, like parks around the port. I bet they came on a ship in Yokohama. Quite a travel. I think fire ants have stingers, don't they? Tiny ones. Maybe they are more closely related to wasps or bees. This was first time arm gloves and on HS, but oh really? Yikes. Yeah. So do you feel like you're getting stung by them, or does it come later? You get the rush later? In Japan we have these hairy caterpillars that live on camellias, and if you come in contact with them, they embed into your skin and cause terrible rash. I don't know how such little thing can cause such itchy rash. It must have evolved with humans or animals or something, I don't know. Incredible. And the rush lasts for a month, so you need some special creams to really help you. You feel when they are on you, but then it is more oh, I see. Oh, that's sneaky. Just like the caterpillars, you never feel, if you touch them, or or if you get one behind the shirt, or it falls off some branch, But man, a day later, it's terrible itch and reaction. I wonder if there's even something in their hairs, but I don't think they would have some venom. Today is holiday, by the way. The respect for the aged. That's why there are so many people here and there. Kids especially. They have no school, no preschool. Oh, look at this. Crepe Myrtle, I think. Parking is full today. The field with the hay. Someone's playing soccer. Still some wind from the typhoon. It's so far away, but yet the weather is affected here. Straight 2 days of wind from the south, day and night. It's almost like a sauna having a jet engine turned on, and it's all blowing through the window. You feel cool, but really it's hot. It was 33 degrees Celsius, or 35 actually. So probably plus 40 with humidity. Is there a dahlia growing here? Last year they had a really big dahlia. I think it is Dahlia imperialis. Air conditionings are hidden. So quiet. Oh, dahlias are growing. My gosh, look at this. It's like this big. That one is even thicker. Oh, this one is huge. But something is happening to their leaves. Some disease or something. Doesn't look like it's doing well. Oh, konnichiwa, gentlemen post. Afternoon to the cloudy Monday with typhoon winds. Maybe not typhoon. The past few days it was the typhoon that was making everything so humid. Now the typhoon is over Shanghai. Perfectly, like over the Shanghai. Other than that, it's a nice day because the sun is blocked by the clouds. You got thick clouds. No heat stroke warnings. Look at this moss. Nice and green. Have you ever been to China? No, no. I've never been there. I had a Japanese teacher who was teaching Japanese in China. But it's not far. I hear people more going to Korea, South Korea. China, people always come here. They love shopping. Rice cookers and things like that. Sometimes the stores have already prepared products for them, special section just for export. They make sure they match the voltage and things like this. We buy electronics. And yeah, tourism is huge now. There's people everywhere. I think it's too much tourism. It's like the best tourist time to operate in Japan after COVID. China has a new 144-hour visa now for many countries. No cost, no paperwork. Oh, so what is this? Visa for Chinese or for foreign people? What's 144 hours? 1 week? Less, I guess. They for sure love tourism to visit China 5 days. Oh, that's nice. I wonder how the exchange goes with the dollar, because in Japan it's really good. Like you can just feel like how everything is so cheap to you. It must be fun. Never been there. Oh, they're playing something here. Rugby? Soccer? No, rugby. No, soccer. There's so many professional teams for soccer. I think the stadium over there houses two teams. some professional teams. This here is a real lawn. Are they playing soccer? No, they're playing rugby. They're playing rugby, not soccer. I can see the ball is not round. American football, rugby, either of those two. I think some teams, rugby teams, actually are from here too, also professional. What is that bird doing there? Tourism crazy, so many places, Japan, Venice, Barcelona, tourism, boardwalk. yeah, definitely it's crazy. Wish it was cheap for me. Going back, to United States, that's so super expensive. I bet no one from Japan goes there unless they have to. But here, plenty. Lots of Koreans. Everybody looks so young. They're like 18 years old and like touring here and there. Sometimes you can see them in countryside, but still tourist spots. The ones from Edo Castle, probably. That didn't make it all the way. Very ominous weather, yeah. Like 2 days straight typhoon, with humid winds. Like, can't breathe, can't do anything, makes you lazy. But at least the wind is blowing, so you kind of feel like maybe it's like swimming in the windy shower. And there's another typhoon coming, but it's also going straight for China. They will have lots of flooding. There was one typhoon before, came in here, and then it flooded some areas, but it wasn't too bad. Somehow it weakened, and the rain was just a lot of rain, not much wind. What does this say here? You must keep 2 meters away from the fence or something. It's airport. Some ants are walking here too. Oh, nice. Beautiful moss. For nature. September, crazy month. yeah, here, typhoons just keep on coming during this time, and finally when it gets too cold for them, they stop. And then maybe the equator gets more of crazy weather. But recent years we were lucky, not much happened. But when there's a typhoon and It wreaks havoc somewhere in the mountains. All these tourist trails get closed, and it takes forever and ever to reopen them. If there's landslide, it's just safety risk, and there's sometimes no path to even walk on. And sometimes a whole bunch of trees get uprooted and you cannot pass at all. You can wait maybe like 8 years before something gets cleared. Because it's countryside and no one wants to spend money on that. So it's important to have like a current map of the trails. It really sucks if you go there and it says closed. It's like, what? Well, that's the only trail. So quiet. Look at that. You can see the water in here. Special retention reservoir, so the runway doesn't get flooded. The hikers should get together and voluntarily clean it. Yeah, I wish. I mean, it's crazy. Before you when you do such hikes, it's dangerous. I think you need like professionals do it. Japanese government sends all the equipment and by helicopters. This is like serious stuff. Like the mountain might be unstable, and then on top of that you have earthquakes. It's scary. Scary. Because then someone would get injured or killed. I mean, every year there's so many people die in the mountains here, and I'm sure this would contribute a lot to deaths. Even Mount Fuji, there's so many people that died this year. What was it? 3 people who went there in the winter and didn't come back. Imagine like you have to go and look for them. It's searching for a needle sometimes. Is Mount Fuji the highest mountain? Yeah. It's the highest one I have ever done. I must tell you, I don't know what will happen if I have to go higher. I hear many people go to climb Kilimanjaro, but for that, they have like Sherpas carrying everything for them. And that's, I think, way higher than Mount Fuji. And then you have the Himalayas, K2, Mount Everest. There used to be a Polish, very famous alpinist, and he was climbing somewhere there, K2 I think. Man, he never came back. But Mount Fuji is super easy. I mean, there's really no major obstacles, and it's just sharp rocks is probably the con, because you can slice your skin so easily. Like obsidian, that kind of stuff. Some volcanic rocks are super sharp. You get fatigued, no oxygen, lots of people, traffic jams all the way to the top sometimes. It's one of the easiest one, you say? Oh my gosh. I wish I could climb it. Must be expensive to go and climb. I mean, now if you climb, you need you have oxygen, right? Like Everest and stuff. There's no reason why you shouldn't be able to. But you know, people who were doing this before without the oxygen, that is crazy. And then, you know, if something happens to you, then you're done. Just done. Now they put limits on Mount Fuji, how many people can climb. That would probably solve the problem of traffic jam. And, you know, lots of debris and trash. Nobody sometimes they gets trash with them, or just there's sometimes strong winds and it flies away. Sometimes, you know, I've been sitting like in the middle of Mount Fuji on a tiny top of crater there where it last erupted, and I can tell you the sheer force of the wind would probably easily take my sandwich and onigiri from my hand. And you don't want to lose your backpack. Even backpack feels heavy, but with that wind, gosh, it's like a jet engine. If you need ropes, yeah, I wouldn't do it either because I have no training. Basically, most of these mountains don't have any, you know, ropes. The crazier ones, you have chains. But you know, with chains, you can still do it. It's not crazy. But last year, I went in Yamanashi to one of the mountain. That was crazy. I think the descent was like some 10 or more meters down on this ledge where you cannot like anchor your shoes anywhere. Just almost like smooth wall, and it like you really needed to like hold the chain and stuff. I don't know how you go how you go upwards, because I was coming downwards and it was scary. And going from the bottom, that must have been very, very crazy. What if you just run out of power in your muscles on that chain, and you need to hold yourself, and you cannot, like, you know, wedge your shoe somewhere where you can take a rest. There were, of course, some places where you could do it, but if you get caught in between, then, oh gosh. When I was going down, I almost had to go and let it go and slide down. Not a good feeling. And of course, you know, there are people who do it with the ropes, and it's just that. And some people love, for example, waterfalls. They do it in the water. Or sometimes you go down into the canoe and go down the rapids. Mount Whitney, oh, that must be nice. Yeah, I think I remember Mount Whitney from my geography class in Poland. It was grade 7 or 8 or 6. We had to remember all the peaks, all the rivers in Poland and peaks in the world. Look at this, here is land not for sale, but it's empty. Will it be $500,000 for this? 400,000 maybe? It's quite nice. But for North America, this is so tiny. Tiny. This green area belongs to government. I think they're growing citrus fruits on it. Drinks, cool drinks. in the summer. Everything is cold. See. See, if you don't cut weeds, they start to grow at the side of the road like this, and then you cannot pass with your car anymore. Or this is from Middle Ages. 2 horses won't be able to pass. What is that guy talking about? Still love Japan. Every time I see a vending machine, I have a flashback. Yeah, I almost never buy anything from them unless I really need it or run out of water. Then I do. But except that, yeah, it's gonna be fun to be a tourist and just try different drinks from them. And it's like you don't need to go anywhere. You just go to random street and they are here and there. Look at this guy, has a nice house. But I know a place where they have vintage vending machines, like from the 80s. Like vintage machines with toast or something. Like cheese toast, things like that. You can sometimes see the policeman is waiting here, on a motorbike. And here he's supposed to drive only 30 kilometers per hour. Strategic spot for hiding policeman. Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for coming. We'll see what's tomorrow. Probably hotter day. But next week's supposed to be 18 or 19 degrees Celsius on one of the days only, and then it's supposed to come back to 27 and more. I liked vending machine where it crushed actual. Oh, you saw the orange one? Yeah. I actually saw that too. I tried it. They lowered the price now. It used to be $5. Now it's something cheaper. Okay, thanks for my Japan. Thanks. You're welcome. Take care. Bye for now. Scoping down.